Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakaha Kadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles who got millstone. Peace and blessings be to the Arkim now pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom and Yahweh Shema Shai Brakathon. So this gonna be just a real quick lesson, getting into strange and monstrous apparitions. All right, and the reason I'm doing this lesson is because I've been seeing a whole lot of people, on social media, basically giving testimonies of how they've been, seeing demons, man. All right, hearing things, you know what I'm saying, and nothing's there. All right, and this is all in the scriptures. All right, and I wasn't even going to do a lesson on this, but it's a spirit, because I was just watching, the brothers in the LA camp, and they had brought out Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, right, which basically goes into, those apparitions that Yahweh Shema Shai was plaguing, the ancient Egyptians with, man. Whenever he brought 3 days of darkness upon them, right? And all these plagues, that the Lord brought upon ancient Egypt is getting ready to come upon modern day Egypt, which is America, man. All right, because when you read in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and that scripture's been coming out a lot. But the Lord said that he would send plagues upon Egypt as he did before. All right, the 3 days of darkness, right? Those strange and monstrous apparitions, that's what's going to come here, man. Right now, it's not going to be 3 literal days of darkness here in Babylon, right? But we know that, cyber attacks and EMP attacks and shit are in the talk, man. All right, and what is that going to bring about? Hey, no lights, no electricity, all right? So at night, the shit going to be pitch black. The only lights that you're going to be able to see is basically the lights that's in the firmament, man. All right, and we know that, Esau, he pulling out that that CERN technology, right, which is basically a particle collider, and it's able to open up portals and shit, man, right? And it's really no coincidence that all these things are starting to take place at this time now, man, right? You got a cyber attack in the talk, and then they're now starting to basically activate that damn CERN, man, right? So, hey, man, they both go hand in hand. With the Passover coming up, at the Lord can very well make some shit happen, man. All right, so this is basically what I'm gonna get into real quick, and I'm gonna play this this little video so y'all can just hear how these folks were sounding, man. They was bugging out. All right, and then I got another video pulled up where she's basically gonna explain what had happened. All right, because basically what she's saying, it's right in the scriptures, man. All right, so I'm gonna play this in rap some scriptures, man. Salaki. Y'all see? Bugging out, man. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and play this little testimony that she gave so y'all can understand what had happened. All right.
Story time on the most traumatic event that's ever happened. So I went up to Indiana to visit my friend Hannah, and we were hanging out at her dad's house. And the layout of this house is it's on a hill. So the balcony, it's second story, but inside the house, it's not like it's second story. It's on the first floor, but you walk out on the hill and it's a second story. So it's overlooking the woods. And so we're sitting there, it's like 1:30 a.m. Her brother, he's a deputy, he's out there with us. And he all of a sudden gets up and he goes inside to get his flashlight and stuff because he says he heard someone out there. So we're all like quiet, and all of a sudden all we hear is someone literally take off, like sprinting straight towards us. That's all you hear. I literally scream, "Run! Run!" We obviously, in the video, you can see we literally freak the fuck out. But that was the most chilling sound I've ever heard. Just, you can't see anything. All you do is hear someone running straight towards you. Freaked me out. And I know it's not an animal because I literally take my dogs hiking every week. So I know the difference between an animal running in leaves and a human literally running towards you with 2 feet. So there's that. So we run inside, we're freaking out, whatever. Her brother's outside checking everything out, and then he comes inside. He's like, I can't find anyone, but I hear him out there. And then we hear what I swear it was someone that knocked on the garage door. It literally sounded like someone knocking on metal. And we were sitting right next to the garage door that leads out into the garage. And so we all start freaking out. He goes back out there. He's checking everything out. She calls her dad. So he's on his way at this point. And then he comes back inside and he's like, I just can't find anyone. He hears someone messing with his Jeep. So he goes back outside. His dad shows up and they're looking around. They take the trucks out. They literally find no one. But her brother definitely heard someone. He's the only reason why we even started listening was because he told us that he heard someone out there. And then that's when we heard someone running towards us, so we freaked out and ran inside. And yeah, that was the most traumatic event ever.
Alright, so as y'all see, that's straight in the scriptures. And I'm finna grab it here in just a second. Alright, because the Egyptians, they was going through this. You know what I'm saying? Imagine it being pitch black, you can't see shit. Right, it's dark to the point where you can feel it, man. Right, because when it's real dark, man, ain't no lights around whatsoever. You can feel that, man. Right, it has like a certain vibration to it. Right, and the Egyptians, they was going through that, and the Lord was sending demons at them, right, making them hear things that wasn't even really there, man. Snakes and shit, beasts running at them, man. All right, so I want to grab this scripture first. Let's go to the book of Psalm 78 and 49. Just get straight to the point. When you read all these verses that I got highlighted, it goes into, what the Lord is basically doing to punish Egypt, those Egyptians. All right, Psalm 78 and 49, it says, He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them, right? Demons, man. All right, and we finna go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, and read what those demons was doing, man. All right, so like I see, and this is why you got to fear your how about Shema Shai, because, hey, the Lord know how to get you, man. Right, the Lord can, play with your mind and make it feel like, you ain't nowhere near the damn ocean, but he put you in a trance, and make it seem like you you on a boat in the middle of a dark ass ocean, and you seeing sharks swimming around and you bugging out, man. Right, you got a lot of people that got, aquaphobia. They scared of the water, man. The Lord know how to get you. The Lord can have it where, you just see spiders and shit everywhere, man. Spiders start coming out of the wall, but they not really there. But you seeing this, all right? This is how the Lord can get you, man. All right? But this is Wisdom of Solomon 17 and verse 1. It says, For great are thy judgments, and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, the unrighteous men talking about the Egyptians, right, oppressing the holy nation, which is, the nation of Israel, right? And those unrighteous men today, it's a so-called white man, right? Because they're the modern day Egyptians, pursuant to the book of Isaiah the 19th chapter, right? And they're the ones that's currently oppressing us, right? But it's not just going to be Esau, getting punished in these other nations. 2/3 of our people gonna get punished too, man. All right, this time around, because not all Jake is gonna make it this time, man. Like how we did going back in the time of the wilderness, man. When the Lord had brought us out as a whole nation. This time it's gonna be a lot of you Jakes that receive the same fate as these Edomites, man. All right, it says, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, laid their exile from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hidden their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. All right, and basically what an apparition is a. All right, Salakia, I got interrupted, but we're gonna look up what an apparition is. An apparition is a ghost or ghost-like image of a person, right? A headless apparition. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord can make that shit happen to you, man. When you seeing something like that, seeing a big-ass demon like Nemesis or something. You know what I mean? You seeing, you walking up the street, because it's going to be a lot of people You know, as the scripture says, we're going to be like pilgrims upon the earth, man. You know, we're going to be constantly on the move. And these other people, they going to be on the move too. You know, you can be walking up the street. It's dark as shit outside. You know, you walk past the alley and you just see a big black-ass figure, man. Tall as hell, like 10 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? Looking at you with red eyes, man. And big-ass sharp teeth. You know, ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? Lord can have it, you know what I'm saying, like The Grudge or something. You know what I'm saying? That movie called The Ring. Them are demons, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it, Insidious? Them are all real demons, man. That's where Esau, he basically gets the, you know what I'm saying, the idea and the concept of creating those, man. Right? Because, you know what I'm saying, with Esau being, you know, he getting his energy, I mean, not his energy, but his, Slocky, he getting his power from the left-hand side. All right, he plays with that shit, man. Conjuring up demons and stuff like that. Like I mentioned, the discern, man. Right, the elites of Esau, Edom, they actually be conjuring up demons, man. And they see them, and what do? They put them in their movies, because it's this one actor, I forgot what her name was, but she had said that in the movie, The Conjuring, those demons is real, man. She said that shit was following her back to her house, man. Right, because in those movies, the actors be doing those rituals and shit, man. All right? So you may see a demon from fucking, you know, Annabelle or something. You know what I'm saying? Just standing there looking at you. You know, you hearing some knocking on the back of on your back door, and you go look outside the window, and you see a demon standing there looking at you, man. All right? Hey, man, the Lord know how to get you. All right? It says ghost, phantom, spirit, shadow. All right? What is an example of an apparition? It says appearance is used when something that was not there or could not be seen can suddenly be seen. Examples of apparition in a sentence. Last night I suddenly woke up at 2 a.m. and saw an apparition. She told me to make sure to clean my fingernails in the morning. Right, which is that's goofy, but hey, shit, the Lord can have it. You know what I'm saying? When you hearing shit, you not seeing anything, you know what I'm saying? So you rub it off and then you turn back around and it's something standing there, man. All right, this is what you folks gonna be going through. You know what I'm saying? It's dark. You in your house and you just hear something running at you, man. All right, like how the lady did in that video. All right. So back in Wisdom of Solomon 17, it says in verse 4, for neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear. Right? Because you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have folks, you know what I mean, and folks thinking that the corner going, you know what I'm saying, keep them safe. You know, motherfuckers gonna try to throw covers on their head. But you know, that's not gonna help you, man. Right? But noises as of waters falling down suddenly about them. And sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. And what this reminded me of was that movie called The Bird Box, man. All right, because, you know what I'm saying, if you brothers are familiar with that movie, which is shit, I'm pretty sure y'all all are. When that pregnant woman, when she had fell, you had an Edomite woman come out to try to help her. You know what I'm saying? She started to see a apparition, right? That's why she was like, hey, mom. You know what I mean? Because her mother had passed away, but she started to see her mother, all right? And really, it was a demon, all right? Because then after that, you know what I'm saying, she was like in a trance or some shit. She was being possessed, and she went and walked in a burning car and burnt the fuck up. All right? Y'all may be going through that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you folks that live in these skyscrapers and shit, you know, on the power ground, you start seeing apparitions or the Lord just send flies around you and shit. They're going to bug you out. You hearing buzzing and all that. Hey, that shit going to drive you nuts. You probably going to run and jump out the window on like the 100th floor, man. All right? The Lord, hey, man, the Lord is cold, man. Right? And this is the type of shit that y'all are going to be having to face, man. All right? It says, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them. Right? Ain't no waterfall near you or none of that. You know what I'm saying? But out of nowhere, you just hear loud-ass water just falling, man. Shit, because waterfalls, that's a loud noise, man. A violent noise. You know what I'm saying? You hear that suddenly, that should have give you a heart attack. That says, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. No power of the fire might give them light. Neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten their horrible night. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself. Right, so you know what I'm saying? You just standing there. It's dark and just a fire, you know what I'm saying, get lit out of nowhere. and you see a demon come out that hole, man. All right. It says very dreadful, for being much terrified, they doubt the things which they saw to be worse than the Slakia. The things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not, Salakia. Right? It says, as for the illusions of art magic, right? Because you had those Egyptians, they were like Chaldeans, man. Right? If I'm not mistaken, they were Chaldeans, you know what I'm saying, which is basically, you know what I'm saying, like master warlocks, man. Heavy into that left-hand energy, which is what Esau is in today. And then you even got these motherfuckers that's into the zodiac signs, you know what I'm saying, the tarot card readings. They into that too. So y'all like to play with that left-hand energy, so the Lord finna give you a taste of it, man. All right, it says, for they were put down, and their vaunting and wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. You know what I'm saying? Bugging out. You know, when you go back to that clip that I played, they was screaming and shit. You know, just absolutely bugging out, man. All right? For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. Right? So you're not going to be able to escape this. You can't run from no demon, man. And especially if Yahweh Shema shall send it. All right? For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience, always forecasted grievous thing. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offered. All right? And I'm going to try to, get to the points. Verse 15, it says, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions. You know, so demons that look like monsters, man. All right? This is what they was plagued with. And partly fainted. You know what I'm saying? They was passing out and shit. Their heart failing them for a sudden fear, and not looked for came upon them. So then whosoever there fell down was straitly kept, shut up in a prison without iron bars. For whether he were a husbandman or shepherd or a laborer in the field, he was overtaken and endured that necessity which could not be avoided, for they were all bound with one chain of darkness, right? So it don't matter who you are, man. All right? Anybody that's outside of the elect, man, and which is you other nations, y'all are done with either way it go, man. All right? Y'all gonna be going through this shit, man. All right? Including 2/3 of our people. All right? You Jace that's into that left-hand energy, all that Kemet shit. Hey, well, guess what? The Lord finna let you see, man. The Lord finna let you have it, man. All right? It says, whether it were a whistling wind, or a melodious noise of birds among them spreading branches, or a pleasing fall of water running violently, or a terrible sound of stones cast down, or a running that could not be seen of skipping beasts, right? So you hearing shit running at you, and you don't even know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Imagine hearing, like a dog. I'm gonna use that as an example, because there be times where I be, just walking at night, and the leaves, whenever the leaves is, scraping the ground, that shit sound just like a dog running, man. You know what I'm saying? And it be kind of shaking me up. I be looking back real quick and shit. Like I remember the other day, I just pulled up to the house from doing something, and I got out the car, and it was a motherfucking dog that ran up right behind me, scared the shit out of me. All right? Y'all gonna be hearing this and not even knowing where it's coming from, man. You hearing a lion running at you, that doop doop, you know what I mean? When they hitting the ground, man, when they pauses hitting the ground, you gonna be hearing that shit and bugging out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because she was bugging out by hearing, human footsteps run at her, and nothing was even there. All right? It says, or a running that could not be seen, a skipping beast, or a roaring voice of most savage wild beast, or a rebounding echo from the hollow mountains. These things made them soon to swoon to fear, for fear Salakia. All right? And that's pretty much the point on this. All right? So, hey, man, them same plagues that the Lord has sent on them Egyptians, that's getting ready to become a reality, man. Right? And you folks thinking y'all, Jake heavy into that shit, calling each other demons, man. Well, hey, man, you finna see a real life demon, right? Some shit that's straight from the fourth dimension, man. That Yahweh Shema Shah created, And that is, if you see it, it'll scare the skin off your ass, man. All right? But, with that being said, I'm going to close it out. I don't the point was proven and that the lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash, Shadawam, and blah, blah, blah.